Welcome back to a Clan a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald, and today we're diving into one of the most unique clan structures in Scottish history, the Clan Chattan. Unlike most clans with a singular lineage, Clan Chattan is a confederation of several Highland clans, each with their own chief, yet bound together under a common banner for centuries of mutual protection and shared history. Today, we'll unravel the mysteries behind this fascinating group of families and the legendary rivalries that have defined their long-standing legacy. The origins of Clan Chattan are somewhat clouded by competing theories and a lack of definitive historical records. Some believe the name comes from the Catti, an ancient Gaulish tribe, while others trace it to the area of Catav in Sutherland, or even the mythical figure Gillichattan Mor, meaning the great servant of Saint Cathan. Regardless of which theory holds the most weight, we know that by the 12th century, the Chattan name had taken root in the Highlands. The first firm historical figure associated with the clan is Gillichattan Mor, whose followers settled in the areas of Glen and Loch Arkaig in Lochaber, and his descendants became the foundational figures of this confederation. Clan Chattan's evolution from a single clan into a confederation began around the late 13th century when Eva, daughter and heir of Dougal, the sixth chief of Clan Chattan, married Angus MacIntosh, the sixth chief of Clan MacIntosh, in 1291. This marriage would mark the official union of these two prominent clans, with Angus MacIntosh becoming the seventh chief of Clan Chattan by virtue of his marriage. From this point forward, the leadership of the Mackintosh line would also claim the title of Captain of Clan Chattan, but this didn't come without dispute. In fact, the issue of who holds the true chiefship of Clan Chattan is one of the most contested questions in Highland history. Two principal families, the Mackintoshes and the Macphersons, both lay claim to the leadership. According to one tradition, the Macphersons were the original heirs by blood, descended from Gillichattan Mor, but their role was gradually overshadowed by the more politically dominant Mackintoshes. This sparked a rivalry that has lasted centuries, with both clans claiming the right to lead the confederation. The Macphersons assert their claim through lineage, pointing to their descent from Nishtan, the elder son of Gillichattan Mor, while the Mackintoshes argue that through the marriage of Angus and Eva, the leadership passed to their line. This dispute flared up in the 17th century when the Macphersons petitioned the Lord Lion King of Arms for formal recognition of their chiefship. However, centuries of bonds, charters, and military leadership by the Mackintoshes had entrenched them as the de facto captains of the Confederation, recognised by both the Crown and their peers. While the leadership dispute has cast a long shadow, it didn't prevent the Clan Chattan Confederation from thriving as a powerful military and political force in the Highlands. Clan Chattan was composed of up to 17 clans at its peak, though today 12 principal clans remain, including the Mackintoshes, Macphersons, Davidsons, MacBeans, McGillivrays and Shaws, to name a few. Each clan had its own internal structure, land holdings and chief, but they banded together under the leadership of the captain of Clan Chattan for mutual defence and shared interests. One of the most famous episodes in Clan Chattan's history is the 1396 Battle of the North Inch of Perth, where 30 men from Clan Chattan fought against 30 men from Clan Cameron in a brutal trial by combat in front of King Robert III. This event was part of the long-standing feud between the two clans over land in Lochaber, a conflict that had simmered since the 13th century. Though the feud between the Camerons and Clan Chattan would rage for centuries, the Confederation's strength lay in its ability to unify for collective defence, often outmatching their rivals through sheer numbers and cooperation. Clan Chattan's internal politics were no less dramatic. The Confederation's complex structure meant that alliances shifted and power struggles erupted regularly. For example, the MacPhersons and Macintoshes were sometimes on opposite sides of conflicts despite their shared history. In 1411, during the Battle of Harlaw, MacPhersons fought under the Earl of Mar against Donald of the Isles, while Macintosh sided with Donald. Despite these internal fractures, the clans would come together when external threats loomed large. The MacPhersons' claim to leadership saw them occasionally withdraw from battles in protest, as they did in 1370 at the Battle of Invernahavon, resulting in heavy losses for Clan Chattan against the Camerons. The bitter feud between the Camerons and the Confederation lasted until the mid-17th century, illustrating the complex nature of Highland politics and the fragile unity of Clan Chattan. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the Clan Confederation found itself caught up in the larger political struggles of Scotland. Clan Chattan played a pivotal role in the Jacobite risings, particularly the 1715 and 1745 uprisings, with members of the Confederation supporting the Stuart cause. This led to severe repercussions for many of the Confederation's clans, especially following the disastrous defeat at Culloden in 1746, after which the power of the Highland clans was effectively broken. Despite the decline of the clan system, the legacy of Clan Chattan endures. The Clan Chattan Association, founded in 1933, continues to unite the descendant clans of this remarkable confederation. Through gatherings, historical research, and cultural preservation, the association keeps alive the spirit of this unique Highland coalition. Thank you for joining us today on A Clan a Day podcast as we explored the fascinating history of Clan Chattan. Tune in tomorrow for another journey through Scotland's rich clan heritage. As always, I'm Colin MacDonald, and Gone Eri and Botherleet.